Hey everyone, welcome back to the concert hall. I'm Sunny. I hope everyone is having a... Oh man, I just broke my reed. Hey everybody, welcome back to the concert hall. I'm Sunny. I hope everyone's having a super amazing day. Welcome back, whoop whoop. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. This is your... And share the videos, obviously. And if you have any questions about stuff, just leave it in the comment section. And that's the action. Here we go, guys. Here, let's. I didn't warm up or anything. I just happy to be back. Here we go. Let me just pump out a note and see what's going on. All right, here we go. So today's lesson. Hey, I'm yelling a little bit because the mic is way over there, so I should probably start setting this up properly. But like, I'm not. I'm in between places right now. You guys know I'm in Toronto right now, right? So when I get back to the States, I'll set it up differently. All right, here we go. So what's the deal, man? This is your weekly jazz lesson. I don't want to make it very heavy. Let's just stay and chill out. All right, so this is probably the most important lesson of the year for you guys. And it's all about what I learned from Steve. Now, it's one of my first teachers was Steve Lederer. For those who don't know, I went to the Etobicoke School of the Arts. I went to ESA when I was young, obviously. Everybody knows that. And the visiting artist there was Steve Lederer. And I think Steve played with the Woody Herman Band, and he played with the Dorsey Brothers, one of those guys. It's a real old school kind of thing. And Steve showed me this exercise. And this is a really common exercise, and I'm pretty sure that all of you guys know this exercise already. But there's a reason I'm showing it to you. We're practicing bebop. And so there's a thing here that I want to show you guys. Now, there's another exercise that's very similar to this that I learned from Howard and Barry. But and truthfully, the other exercise is the one I use in most of my career. But today, and for this year, because I'm kind of taking some time, just chilling out, this year we're practicing bebop. And so it's a little bit of a different kind of thing. Although it's pretty easy and it's basic and you guys will all know it. All right, what else do you want to say, Sonny? All right, before I show you guys this stuff. Okay, so the first thing is, why is this the most important lesson? This is the most important lesson because every year, I usually take one concept and I practice the bejesus out of it for the entire year. And so I want you to take this concept and apply it to everything. And it's a really simple exercise. But when you apply the inversions, then it's going to get a little fingery. And that's the deal. All right, here we go. Wow, it's your video, man, whatever. Okay, here, let's get into it. So what's the exercise? All right, so here we go. Here's the exercise, very easy. We're gonna play it in F major. Why? Because why not? So and all you're doing is, you're gonna go start on F, because this is just an exercise, but we're gonna turn it into music in a sec. So you're gonna start on F and play up the chord, F, A, C, E. When you get to E, you're going to come down the scale. So you're going to go up the chord, the 4-note chord, and the 7th chord, up the chord, and you're going to come down the scale. It's that simple. So on F, F, A, C, E, and then down the scale. D, C, B flat, A, G. Okay, so that's the exercise. And then the note right after that is going to be G. And then you're going to play up the G chord. G, B flat, D, F. And down the scale. E, D, C, B flat. And then do it again on the A. All right? And then you play coming down, right? All right, it's not really a big deal, man. It's like, and you guys, like I said, you guys should already know this exercise. And I drilled the bejesus out of this like I was in like grade 9, and I played the crap out of this exercise. Unfortunately, and the one was Howard, but like, you know, but when I turned 16, I studied with Howard a bit. So like, you know, I changed it all up from that to a different one that I'll show you guys next year. when I do the video, what I learned from Barry, I'll show you next year. There's actually a little bit more this year. This exercise, I also have to show you guys the Barry's half-step rules, right? Descending the scales, but I'm not going to bother with that today. Today we're doing this exercise. Now, what's the deal, and why was this so complicated for me? It's simple, man. I didn't know how to turn all of these technical conservatory-style exercises into the jazz, man. I had no idea. I was like if I'm wanking off in the practice room, right? Like it sounds like I'm playing jazz. Like, I don't know, like, sure, when I'm like 14, that sounds like that, and everybody's like, whoa, hey, son, he's good. I don't know what the hell I was doing. All right, next. So what's the deal, man? How are we going to pop this in? I'm going to show you guys how we're going to put this in a little bit. So, okay, so just to show you guys how this works so when you see the exercise, it looks like F major going ascending, and then it looks like G minor, and then A minor, and then B flat major, and then C7. You guys should know all of this, right? Hey man, I'll tell you guys, you know what Steve said to me when I was young? I practiced the crap out of this stuff. And he's like, I'm like, I don't get it, man. Like, what the hell? And he's like, you know what? You don't know your triads well enough. You don't know your theories. Not. I'm like, what are you talking about, man? I had like I had the second highest theory marks in the entire universe. And like the only one who was Heidi was the only one. She was already grade 10 piano. So like, and I'm like, and I used to practice my theory with a metronome, and I would time myself doing all this stuff. I didn't really, but then I realized he was right, man. I didn't really know my stuff fast enough. He was right. I still don't. Well, maybe I do. I don't know. All right, so this is a blah, blah, blah day, huh? All right, I hope everyone is doing pretty good. So let's put the exercise into music now. And listen to this. So let me go back to it. So although the notes, right, when you look in the books, the theory books, like Patterns for Jazz and all that kind of stuff, you're going to see this stuff in there, and you're going to go like, okay, but what am I going to do? Like, I don't get it, man. And so that's the deal. And we don't play like this anyways. Everybody chill out. So here we go. So let's do something really simple. We want to hear the music, right? We want to hear the chord changes. And so we're going to play a simple 2-5 in F. I'm going to play G minor 7 to C7 to F major. All right, very simple. And I'm going to start on beat 1. We're not supposed to start on beat 1. We're supposed to play into the G. Well, I'll do it for you. I'll play into the G. Here we go. So G, up the G chord. So I'm going to play into the G, right? This is our regular exercise from last year. Into the G, then I'm going to play up the G chord, and then down the scale on C all the way to F. Here we go. Into the G. 1, 2, 3. Got it? That's our exit. That's up the chord, right? G, B flat, D, F. And the next note coming down is the third of C. So I'm playing G, starting on G, into the third of C. Okay? And I'm going to play all the way down the scale. Got it? Now don't worry about making everything resolve in time right now. That's not the point of this exercise, because what we're going to do, when we're a little off rhythmically, we're going to add the half-step rules, right, to even things out. But not now, man. Now I'm showing you guys how to hear it and what to do. Up the G. Okay, so here we go. So into the G. So normally, let's go take it back a bit. Normally we play into the G, into the C, into the F, right? Right? So that's the deal. But the exercise is into the G. It's the exercise. Okay, so that's the sound. Let's do it on the B flat now. Okay, into the B flat, the third of G minor. Right, B flat. And here we go. We're playing right up the B flat. And I know you guys said like, oh wow, Sonny, that's a B flat major, B flat D F A. You're playing a B flat major 7 on top of a G minor 7, Sonny. That's hip. Yeah, I guess. But that's not what I'm thinking. That's not what I'm thinking. And that's not what I want you guys to think. Next year, when we look at the berries thing, like when I think in terms of 2 chords, motion chords and rest chords. And the way I learned it and studied it with Barry and Howard was like, there's just 2 chords. This is a motion chord and rest chord. And so that's the deal. But that's not the deal for today. And we're not thinking extensions or we're not thinking anything like that. Just played into the B flat, up, and then I landed, came down onto the G. All right. Now we're going to do it from the D. Why not? Right? Into the D. Oh man, my tuning is off. My chops, my lips are toast. Right? So this exercise kind of works like that. Now, why is all of this kind of important? You remember, it's because you guys asked me a question. When I put the colored notes up there, you're like, okay, Sonny, I get it. We're going to the C on C major, or in this case, we're going to the F. We're going to the F on F major. We're going to end on the F. But the chord that precedes F, what are we doing, man? Are we, the 2 beats that's under the C7, are we playing like F stuff, or are we playing C stuff, or like, what are we doing to get to the F? That's a good question, man. And I remember, you guys know how I said, Barry said that one time that Bird doesn't play any 2 chords? All right, well, I don't know if that was true, right? But like, Barry plays the 2 chord. And not only does he play the 2 chord, he used to say, like this is a long time ago, right? Like long time. Like, this is like 1990s. It's like before that. So Barry used to say, how do you get to the 2 chord? Right? Like he'd say, hey, sax, how do you get to the 2 chord? And I'm like, I'm like, I don't know, man. Like I don't know. I thought I'm doing that. Right, and he'd say, you get to the 2 chord by the sharp 1 diminished. I'm like, what? And so that's how you, and so that's what he does. Okay, did you guys hear that? How do you get to the 2 chord? Play the sharp 1 diminished. Right? So that's the deal. So, and there are other ways to do it. This is just an example. So, we're playing into things. So when we get to the G, so when we're playing 2-5 in F, G, C, F, we have many ways to get into that first G now. So we have the scale down, right, into G. We have some little chromatic-y thing ascending, right? Those 2 ways. We have circling the G with an enclosure, so the A, F, F sharp, G. Right, and those are the 3 basic ways that we've been practicing for the last year. That was your most important lesson of last year. This year, this arpeggio exercise is the most, and it's more of a chord thing, right? And this exercise is the most important exercise for this year. All right, so you guys cool? That's what we do. Don't start on beat 1. So this scale into G, scale up to G, ascending, descending, and then we have the enclosure. All right, next. This exercise is super important. I'm going to tell, and so to get to the G, let's follow the exercise. So how do we get to the G, man? How do we get to the G? Well, I just played the B flat, right? The B flat went to the G. B flat, D, F, A, G. Like down to the, in the exercise. All right, so that was one way. What other way? The, well, how about from the D? Like, how about from the D? D goes to G. All right, but like that's, I went too far, right? I went up to the C, D, F, A, C. Let's do this. D, F, A, G. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So that part of the exercise. So just like, so the thing is here is a thinking kind of thing. So the exercise starts on beat 1, and when you look at it on paper, it looks like G minor down the scale, then A minor down the scale, B flat major down the scale. But that's not really what I want you to think. I want you to think, how do we're playing into the C on C7. So it's easy to think about that. You're like, well, I can't play the A minor to the C because it's like, that doesn't work. You're gonna end on F, man. A, C, E, G, F. That's like, you can't do that. That's not outlining the chord. So that's not gonna work. B flat, we already know is up to. All right, that works. All right, enough. This is like 20 minutes of me talking nonsense, and I'm not even showing you guys stuff. That's a long lesson. I'll splice it up. I'll edit it. Here we go. Let's apply it to some rhythm changes now. So let's apply this exercise to some stuff. So let's move from 2/5 into rhythm changes. We're going to play C in C, right? C, C major, A7 to D minor, G7, right? 1, 6, 2, 5. Okay, now just watch this exercise. Up C. And it comes to A. C, E, G, B, A. And then down the scale from A. And I land on D on beat 1. And up the scale. And there you go. I'll do it again. So that's it. That's it in rhythm changes. What else? How about... Okay, that's enough. That's enough. You guys get it. Now, here's the deal. Here's the deal. Thanks for waiting to this part of the lesson. So, that's cool and all, but that's not bebop. That's not the sound we're going for. You can easily apply this exercise into all your stuff, right? Don't stress it out. Excuse me. But that's not the sound we're going for. So, but you need this exercise because soon we're going to start playing a chord per bar, right? A chord for 4 beats instead of 2 beats. And when it's 2 beats, it's kind of easy. I know at the beginning it's like, holy smokes, the music's so fast, there's so many chords. But seriously, man, more chords is easier. More chords is easier. But when you put out the space in there, you're going to have to learn some stuff. And this is the way we're going to learn the stuff. In addition to that, the next step, I'm going to show you how to apply the sequences in this. And like, we could be so easy, like thirds, right? Right? Thirds is a sequence, right? Or some kind of like pattern. All right, and I'm going to show you motion to rest, motion chord, rest chord, or motion sound, rest sound, as we move through your line. It's really neat. Now, when I was studying at ESA and all the classical stuff, they would call this a sequence, a musical sequence, all right? And we're not going to go too deep into this right now, but like the musical sequence, and I'm like, okay, I got it, I get it, I get it. I don't really get it, man. I don't really get it, but I get it now. And I'm going to show you how the sequence shifts and allows you to have momentum in your line, like Coltrane does. But like, not today. Today we're practicing the exercise. Now, 20 minutes. Guys, we're almost done. I got to let the next kid in. So, here we go. So, the big deal is, so you memorize this. And the reason it's going to take a year is, like, you're not just going to play up the arpeggio. I'll tell you guys a secret. It's this exercise in the half-step rules. I didn't actually practice this on my sax. I practiced this on my clarinet. Playing that stuff helped me get across the break. And, you know, up across the break on the arpeggio, and then smooth scale down. So that's actually, I practiced on the clarinet. It's kind of funny. And you know, Steve is so old school, right? Steve played this exercise and it sounded like Dixieland music. It was unbelievable. And on his tenor. And then he played it and it sounded like, you know, Coltrane stuff. You know, not Giant Steps, early Coltrane. I'm like, what the hell, Steve? I didn't get it. All right, here we go. But we're not playing like either of those guys this year. This year we're trying to continue to play like Dexter Gordon and Sonny Stitt, right? We have a round kind of sound in our playing. So, once again, this arrangement is going to help you get through the changes, but it's not the sound we're going for. We're going for a sound like, every time I try and give you guys an example off the top of my head, I can't do it. So, like, we're going for this sound here. Okay, G. Right? Da 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 da. Right? We're looking at this cascading effect, like a waterfall of music is the sound we're going for. Man, have you guys ever heard Howard play piano? Like, Howard isn't he's like a bass player. But when you hear Howard play piano, it sounds like a waterfall. Like rain is sprinkling on the strings of the piano. It is unbelievable. Like, it's unreal. It's unreal. And and when Howard plays bass, holy jeez, like you're just covered in this sound, and you're like in the pulse and the time. Like when he plays a note, it like pops out of my saxophone. It's really weird, man. Oh man, music is awesome. Okay, so here we go. So we'll do it again. So when you practice the exercise, practice the exercise. Play it into the music, and play it lame if you want, but practice as you play as you practice. So when you're practicing, right now we're still playing into the G, into the C, into the F. Right? I was going to play into the A, but into the G, into the C, into the F. Okay, now we're going to use, instead of just approaching by these scale things, we're going to start to put the chords in. So instead of chord, scale, we're going to try a little bit of chord. So I'm going to play G minor to C7 to F. G, B flat, D, F, and then E, C, B, G, F. That sounds pretty cool. But again, it's not what we're doing. It's not what we do. We want to go, right there. You can do that all day long. All right, so that's kind of what we're doing. All right, I wish everyone the best. Good luck. Good luck. It's actually a lot of fun. What you don't... Okay, I'm going to cut out. This is a long lesson, man. It's a lot of fun to practice this stuff. If I'm in... So, what you want to keep in mind is you should have still right now, even though we've added this third element, right? Chords. We've added chords to your playing. We played we've been playing into roots. And now we're playing a different way into the note. And we've been doing root, and sometimes we play into the third. Now, as you're practicing this stuff, you're going to end up on different notes. So instead of root, G, C, F, you're going to play G and you're going to end up on E. Or you're going to play B flat and end up on G. You're going to end up on different notes on the dominant chord, on the C chord. So like, be cool with it. What I highly, highly, highly super recommend is do it on purpose. So like if you're playing, and think about it so you don't get lost in the changes. I'm playing into G, I'm playing into C, and then I'm going to F. Right? Lots of it. G, B, E. So if you so that you don't get messed up, man. So that you don't get messed up. That's the biggest advice. Stick one. You're going to. That's the biggest advice, and that was the lesson from last year. You know, focus and direction, and now there are new. Now we're adding elements of how to get to that target note. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Oh man, 30 minutes. Oh my god, this is a long lesson. Oh man, I'm just gonna pop this up. I'm getting back into the stream, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for this thing. You guys already know this exercise, but this is how it works. And so, if you take a song like what have I been playing? My Little Suede Shoes. Right? That's what your goal is. Now, again, I'm practicing this as well because I don't really play like that waterfall style of bebop-y playing, but that's what I'm practicing this year. So that's what you're doing. I'm practicing it. You're gonna practice it as well. So I'm more along the lines of like, I play tight. I play tight lines. Right? I play like like this, but we're practicing this cascading thing this year. All right, guys, 30 minutes. That's your lesson. Like I said, I gotta let the next kid in. I hope everybody has a super amazing day. Share this video. Practice as you play as you practice. This is what I learned from Steve. This is, you gotta do. This is your exercise for the entire year, and just make sure we bop it up. All right, wishing everyone the best, and I'll see you guys from the concert hall. I'm Sunny, wishing everyone the best of an amazing day, and I'll see you guys soon.